Hi guys, this is Stefano and you're watching Lingua e Passione. Lange ist es her, as they say in German, right? Which means long time no see. I know it's a late start of this new year, but guess what? In January I got ill once again. As it happened last year, when I was like KO for 2 weeks. This January I also got ill. I got a cold, which lasted quite a while. And I wasn't pretty much able to use my voice or shoot any video material whatsoever. So whatever the reason, now I'm here and hopefully better late than never. So what we're gonna do in today's video is, first of all, talk a little bit about language goals for 2020, making New Year's resolutions in general, because this is something that I don't always do, so I'd like to share with you a little bit my thoughts on that, and also a long due update on my Georgian. I know it's been a while since my last video about Georgian, or in Georgian for that matter, and today I'm going to give you an update on where my Georgian is right now and what happened in the last few months, because something happened. I'm probably going to speak some Georgian as well at the end, towards the end of this video, so keep watching and I really hope you enjoy. So guys, a new year has started. I hope you had a great start in the new year, 2020. What an amazing year 2019 was. For me personally, I hope you can say the same thing, and hopefully 2020 will be even better for all of you guys, as well as for this channel. So tell me, have you made your New Year's resolutions this time around? And what are your language goals for this year? If you have, or if you are going to make some now, why not in February, make sure that your resolutions or your language goals are realistic. This is so important, I think. So it's no use telling yourself, this year I'm going to become fluent in 3 new languages and also get my, my A2 French to C2. That's a lot of work. You should try and be as realistic as possible. Go with your heart, yes, but also put some of your mind in it as well. But who am I to talk about this, right? Because I'm actually someone who doesn't really make so many New Year's resolutions, and I rarely set language goals as well. Like last year I did. Now, have I made new plans for 2020? Actually, no. This year I haven't made any plans. It just didn't feel right, and I didn't force myself to set new language goals. What I feel though is that I want to continue to work on my Georgian and kind of get to the next level in Georgian. If by the end of the year I get to a B level, an intermediate level in Georgian, that would be just fantastic. But very importantly, I want absolutely to maintain all the other languages that I speak and possibly improve a little bit as far as vocabulary is concerned. But the main point is to maintain them. This is a lot of work. When someone talks about maintaining a language, it looks like, oh well, you don't have to do much to achieve that goal. But it's actually a lot of work if we are talking about a dozen languages, how much time and effort that requires. So that's why I think it's realistic for me to focus only on 1 new language for this year, and to actually use my other languages as much as possible in order to maintain them through actual practice. This may sound not so exciting as it is, but it's actually really important for me not to forget even this much of what I've learned so far. On the one hand, it may be not exciting, but on the other hand, there are also possible surprises along the way, because it's possible that I participate in one of those challenges where you learn as much as possible in a month, of a new or a completely new language, that is something that I'm playing with the idea to do this year as well. Even though nothing is planned, this may be a possibility. I'll keep you posted about this, of course. But now let's get to the second part of this video, which is my Georgian project. What has happened to my Georgian? Last year I made a video after 4 weeks of learning, and then another video after 2 months and a half, and that was cool. But after that I didn't make any new video specifically about Georgian. The point is, after those first 3 months where I learned mostly about being conversational, introducing myself, talking about everyday things, I then went over to grammar because I like grammar and I wanted to understand the language more in depth and the way it's structured, the way it works, it functions. So I spent about 3 to 4 months learning only Georgian grammar, which is extremely complicated, extremely complex, but very interesting for someone who likes grammar and is interested in the way a language works. So in those 3 to 4 months, did I become a better speaker? No. Did I become more fluent? No. Did I start understanding the way the language is structured and it works better? Yes. And did I start creating the foundation upon which to build my knowledge of this incredible language? Yes, I hope so. So I focused on grammar for those 3 to 4 months because I wanted to, and I felt that it was the right moment for me to do that. But still, because my fluency hadn't really changed, I didn't feel the need to make a new video for Georgian. But then 7 months into my Georgian project, unfortunately something happened that made me pretty much stop or pause during this project, and that is life got in the way, as you so nicely say in English, right? In this case, private issues, family issues such as moving house, stuff that really takes your time away, and especially your mental energy, your brain space. So much so that I went 4 months without even touching my Georgian book or even listening to some Georgian, or pretty much anything else for that matter. Yes, moving house is a big deal. Hey guys, this is Stefano from the future, post-editing and also post-haircut. I needed that. Just to chime in, because I suddenly realized that I hadn't not talked about the very topic that I absolutely want to touch upon, and that is how to deal with the frustration that derives from suddenly not being able to go on with your language project, or any other project for that matter, something that you really want to do and you cannot because of some other major event that happens and that like ruins your plan. So just a couple of quick tips to better deal with such situations. The first keyword for me is acceptance. Accepting that such things can happen, they are part of life, and it's really no use being too harsh on yourself because you were not able to go on with your projects, learn every day, etc. You have to give yourself the benefit of the doubt and forgive yourself because there has been something else, something external, an external event that prevented you from actually doing what you wanted to do. It is absolutely normal that in such situations we have less time, we have less brain space, we have less energy to dedicate to other things. But I mean, this is how life is, and you really have to try and accept that as much as possible. But also never completely lose touch with the language that you are learning or were learning before the stop came. So the second key word is keeping in touch with the language even when you don't have time. And this you can do by thinking about it, like talking to yourself when you have just a couple of minutes, you're walking in the street, or thinking in the other language, just to not lose touch completely. And you will see that this helps bridge from before the event, the disrupting event, until after it's over. Remember, we are not robots, we are humans, and these things can happen. Just go on believing in yourself and don't be too harsh on yourself, but accept the things the way they happen, and keep trying, and eventually you will get back on your feet and ready for the next challenge. Okay, now I'll get out of here and I'll let you watch the rest of the video. Bye. But hey, with the new year, new opportunities opened up, and now starting from mid-January, I have started again to learn Georgian, and I am very much excited about what I'll be able to do with this language towards the end of the year. Gamarjoba kartvel me gobrebo rogorachat. Იცით me ძალიან მიყვარს ქართული ენა, მაგრამ მისი სწავლა ადვილი არ იყო, იმიტომ რომ მე გასულ წლის ბოლოს ახალ სახლში გადავედი და დრო აღარ მქონდა. მაგრამ არ მინდა განებდე, არ მინდა გავჩერდე, მე უსათუოდ მინდა გავაგრძელო. მადლობა მეგობრებო, ნახვამდის. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for the upcoming videos. I have a bunch of ideas. If only I had as much time as I have ideas, that would be just fantastic. But bear with me, I'm gonna bring you some interesting stuff, such as readings in Icelandic, a full video about Italian from a special point of view, a couple of interviews also coming on with special guests. That's one of the surprises I was talking about a couple of months earlier. What else? Oh yes, more language stories and so on and so on. So I can't wait to see you in the next video. Happy learning everybody, happy 2020, and see you in the next one. Ciao.